fucking angsty, so wah. His teen angst bullshit has a body count that can only be rivaled by Peter Quill's lapses in judgment. Seriously, watching Anakin on Mustafar makes the Avengers feel better about how their day went. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comic has been seen on Last Comic Standing. Please welcome Mandela Morrow!
That was a weird choice of music for me. Was like an Irish guy supposed to come up next and we switched places or some shit? Oh, weird. Alright. Well, la-ti-da-ti-da, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. This has been a very interesting night of angry white dudes. Like everyone's masturbating and shit. Alright. You're gonna tell us all, it's gross. Touch the microphone after you. Wow. It's dope. For the record, I do recognize that I am dressed like one of the bullies in a 90s kids movie. You tell him, Trevor! Like that's my outfit. But no, I was more of a band geek growing up. That was my thing. Yeah. Playing the band, yeah. So I played the trombone for 10 years. Yes, that's true. So I was a virgin till yesterday. That's how. But no, I played in a marching band where we had capes, which was dope. Like all of us just had these cute little capes, right, like that. So we looked like a group of flamboyant superheroes whose only power was to play "Give Me Some Lovin'" every 5 minutes, like that. That's who we were. Also, I was on the wrestling team. Like I'm a big wrestling fan. Any wrestling fans here? Woo! All right, 2 people, great. Well, it inspired me to actually try out for the wrestling team in the 8th grade. And the issue is, I was a chubby kid, so I looked like a milk dud that became a boy. Like that was my body type. And I had these very smooth, coney little boy boobs, right? These sweet little teats. And that earned me the nickname on the 8th grade wrestling team of Torpedo Tits. That is what they called me. Very mean, but also super accurate. That is how that worked out. And if you guys know anything about like insults in the 8th grade, you know that you get stuck with the nickname until someone gets a worse nickname. So there's another kid who's on the wrestling team named Nicholas Boyd, right? I probably shouldn't say his full name, but fuck him. Alright, so one day we're in the locker room, we're all hanging out, and he goes, "Hey everybody, look at this," and just pulls his dick out, right? And I know, this is like back in the 2000s when you could do that. Like now, don't pull your dick out. Early 2000s, dicks as far as the eye can see, right? But the truth is, he easily had the smallest 8th grade penis I've ever seen in my entire life. It was, I probably should rephrase that. I haven't seen any 8th grade dicks since then. I mean, in the 8th grade, there's just a ton. We're all around each other. It's an environment, you know. But then someone yells out, "Yo, his name is Baby Dick Boyd!" And then I was back to being Martin. It was perfect. I'm a firm believer that everyone should hang out with people different than them. Do you guys agree with that, right? Yeah, that's why you all have separated yourselves. Beautiful. I have a friend who is a sex worker, which is great. Yeah, she's a sex worker, does her thing. Very proud of her, she's proud of her job, it's dope. There's one day we're hanging out, we're on the train, and she actually just got done doing some sex work, so she had a very sex worky outfit, right? So at one point, her sex worky outfit gets hyped up, where her sex work butt is just hanging out. You can just see it popping out. There's another girl's on the train, I can only describe her, she looked like me with a wig on, so just get that image in your brain. And she sees my friend and starts going, "La fea, la fea," which is Spanish for ugly. I know that because I worked on Ugly Betty season 4. That is the season that got canceled. I don't know if it was my fault. I slept in the bathroom a lot. Like I was very bad at that job. So my friend looks white, but is actually Honduran. She hears her saying this. She goes, "Oh, you don't like what you see? You don't like what you see? Well, then you can take an Uber." So then the other girl stands up and goes, "That's right, I don't like what I see, because you ain't nothing but a hoe." Then immediately, everyone on the train pulls their phones out and starts recording. because they know some shit's about to go down, right? And the thing is, I'm terrified of everything, so I hated it completely, right? Like, in my brain, I'm thinking of, like, all the YouTube comments and World Star videos of, like, watch this scared black dude caught in the middle of a prostitute fight, right? So my friend goes, yeah, you got a problem with that? Well, guess what? I am a hoe. Yeah, everybody, I suck dick for money. Then the other girl goes, well, guess what? I'm a hoe too! Then starts twerking on my friend. Like, what the fuck is going on? She stands up, she gets in my face and goes, by the way, if you hurt pimp, you doing a bad job. I was like, ma'am, I look like Urkel and Carlton fucked in an H&M. Nothing about me that says bad. That's my aesthetic, right? But yeah, man, it's nerd shit is fun. I think about time travel a lot. Like, any other fans of time travel? Right? Let me ask you, if you could travel back in time, where would you go? Like, what would be the first thing you would do? Like, would you save someone? What would you do?
Go back when I was 15 and be like, this is how it happens. Don't fuck up. 15. 15? Yeah.
He wants to go back when you were 15 too. That's good. That's good. You'd help him. Good. Yeah. Actually, I asked that question recently, and this girl said, I would go back and save my dad from dying. I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
And I go, what happened? I was like, cause I was like, if you had cancer, you can't do anything about it. And she was like, no, he got shot. And I was like, oh, who shot him? My mom. I was like, I'm gonna stop this conversation. It's not helping either one of us. But that's actually my vetting process for white friends. I always ask that question. Usually they're like, oh, I'd stop Hitler. It's like, okay, you wouldn't stop slavery, or, you know, jump in front of the bullet for MLK. Be like, stop it. No, civil rights, right? You wouldn't do that. And so I realized that, like, me as a black person, the only year I could really go back to is like 1995. Like, that was the last cool year for black. Space Jam was out. Fucking Kiss from a Rose was crushing it on the charts. OJ was free. It was just a great year. Speaking of Kiss from a Rose, this is from the Batman Forever soundtrack, if you guys remember. Yeah. I actually like Batman Forever. Fuck you if you don't. Is that the Riddler, right? Jim Carrey was amazing. Yeah. I'm surprised Batman is somehow still around in 2018, right? Because when you think about it, it's just like a really pretty white billionaire dude beating up a bunch of mental health patients. It's like, oh, that dude, he needs help. What are you doing? Kicking him out. You got it halfway drowned. Like, dude, help him. Get him medicine. What the fuck, Batman? He's a dick. Like, how? He's such an asshole. Just beating up fucking cat ladies and shit. This is so weird. He's like, yeah, that's okay. His parents died. No, he needs to get a therapist. We'll solve all this shit in one hell swoop. It's so weird. We just all fucking beating up Two-Face is a burn victim. Do you guys realize that shit? That's who that is. So just a burn victim. It's like, oh, you know, I'm upset. It's like, okay, we'll figure this shit out, man. The Riddler, that's an autistic dude. That's... How many niggas you know just do riddles all the time? Okay? That's the guy with autism. Batman's just fucking him up like, here's your question mark. Evil, man. Batman's a villain. He's a terrible guy. I'm a big fan of really, like, all pop culture and movies and shit, too, right? What do you guys think is the greatest movie of all time? Just yell it out. Infinity was wrong. What? Love Reese? Love on the... I don't know the fuck, but no. Oh, he's saying Lord of the Rings. Okay. Damn, you said you're French? Yeah, that's a real French accent right now. God damn. Lord of the Rings. You guys are all wrong. The best movie that's ever come out is RoboCop 3. That is of all time. For those who haven't seen it, RoboCop 3, of course, is the third in the RoboCop trilogy. It's supposed to be set in Detroit. They filmed it in Atlanta. Also the lowest grossing of the RoboCop films. But here's why it's great, all right? There's a scene in this movie where this character named Leon, who's not appeared in any other RoboCop films, and he's not in any other scenes of the movie, he just walks into the police station, goes up to the police chief and goes, "All right, y'all got a RoboCop, huh? What else y'all got? An alien cop? A ghost cop?" And the police chief responds with, "Leon, I told you we don't have time for this." And then they just cut to another scene. So here's what this indicates to me. Leon has been coming there for a very long time, trying to figure out all the different types of cops they have, just because he can't understand the concept of the one RoboCop. So there's somewhere there's like an extended scene who's like, "Y'all got a werewolf cop? Y'all got a Frankenstein cop? Y'all got a Godzilla cop? Y'all got a Godzuki cop? Little Godzuki from the 70s cartoon? Y'all got a cop? It's a conjoined twin, but you want to make him feel bad? I got a girl cop? Leave you guys with this. I got a stepdad. Anybody else here have stepparents? Make some noise?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded sad. See, no one ever likes their stepdad. My stepdad is an alcoholic, London-born Nigerian. You've probably got some of his emails before. And I'm not a fan. We just differentiate on a lot of different things. And one thing in particular, like I grew up in the 90s, and my favorite show growing up was TRL, Total Request Live on MTV. That was the greatest show. And I'll like sit, you know, anytime I go back home, I'll sit and watch it. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing? This is stupid," right? Because he's British. But I love TRL. TRL was the fucking best, right? You know, because I don't know if you guys remember this. You're watching TRL, the #1 slot was always like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears. And then like every other week it'd be like Kid Rock. You're like, what the fuck? What? Who is voting for that? It was always me. I love trash-ass white people music. Yeah, it's the best fucking thing in the world, right? Like Limp Bizkit, just like, I like Limp Bizkit, Korn, Some 40 Puddle of Mud, like all those groups that look like a pack of cigarettes just became people. It's my favorite thing in the world. Like these angry-ass music videos and shit, like they have Jinko jeans on coming out. You ever have to work while you're at your job? Like, what? Yes. That's the one thing you have to do at work. Like that. My other favorite though, I love fucking emo music, right? Emo, pop punk, like fucking, oh my god. Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco, like, any group that looks like Billy, like those are my favorite.
I love you!
Love those groups, dude. Cause like they would all just be sad about a high school girl, but they're 30. It was just the weirdest shit. Still upset. My life rejoins you. It wishes that you could see your infidelity back in who I am this week. But if you were in my shoes, then you might just fall apart because you're always in my heart because you are my energy. Like, oh shit. The rest of the band's going crazy back. I hate my stepdad! I hate my stepdad! Fuck it, this guy gets me. We are bonding right now. Hey, thank you guys so much. I've been Mandela Morrow.
Give me a second, I'm still fucking crying from Martin Morrow. Give it up for him one more time. own pick, though, I think that Avengers Infinity War is a fucking amazing cinematic fucking experience and accomplishment. And I particularly like the representation in that film. See, I'm a Jewish guy. A lot of people forget